Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. When you get a cut, what do? Slap on a bandage and forget about it, right? But what if that simple piece of gauze and tape could do more? What if it could think, diagnose your injury, and even treat it? We're not talking about science fiction. We're talking about a new era in medicine, and it's called the smart bandage. For most of us, a small wound is just a minor annoyance. But for millions of people, healing isn't so simple. Conditions like diabetes can lead to chronic wounds, injuries that just refuse to heal. These aren't just cuts, they're a silent epidemic. In the US alone, they affect about 2.5% of the population, cost over $28 billion a year to manage, and are a leading cause of limb amputation. The 5-year survival rate for patients with chronic wounds is actually worse than for some types of cancer. It's a staggering challenge, and it's exactly why we need a smarter solution. Enter the smart bandage. Forget everything you know about traditional first aid. This isn't just a passive cover for a wound. It's an active, intelligent system. Imagine a thin, flexible, comfortable bandage that sticks to your skin, but hidden inside is a sophisticated bioelectronic platform. It's like a piece of cyber skin that can monitor a wound, figure out what's wrong, and deliver a tailored treatment, all in real time. So what makes these bandages so smart? It comes down to a trio of amazing functions: sense, respond, and report. First, let's talk about sensing. Embedded in the bandage are tiny biosensors that act like microscopic detectives. They constantly monitor the wound for clues. They can track the pH level because a change can signal an infection. They can measure temperature because inflammation makes things heat up. They can even check oxygen levels to see if the tissue is getting enough blood flow to heal properly. Some can even detect specific molecules like uric acid that indicate inflammation or bacteria. But sensing is just the beginning. The real magic happens with the second function, responding. The bandage doesn't just collect data, it acts on it. Let's say the sensors detect a pH change that points to a bacterial infection. The bandage can automatically release a precise dose of antibiotics directly onto the wound. This is way better than taking pills, avoiding side effects, and reducing the risk of antibiotic resistance. Some smart bandages take it even further. They can apply gentle electrical stimulation, which has been shown to speed up tissue growth and disrupt nasty bacterial biofilms. And get this, some new models even have tiny LEDs that can bathe the wound in sterilizing UVC light, a drug-free way to kill bacteria. And finally, the third function, reporting. All this incredible data doesn't stay locked in the bandage. It's wirelessly transmitted to a smartphone or a doctor's computer. This means a clinician can get an alert about a potential infection days before any physical symptoms show up. It allows for personalized treatment that can be adjusted on the fly and reduces the need for frequent, difficult hospital visits, especially for patients with limited mobility. This all sounds incredible, but how is it even possible? It's the result of amazing breakthroughs in materials, science, and electronics. The sensors and circuits are printed on thin, flexible polymers that are about as thick as a coat of paint, so they can stretch and move with your body. They use advanced hydrogels. These are skin-like, rubbery materials that create a moist healing environment and can be loaded with medication. And to make sense of all the data, these systems use artificial intelligence. Machine learning algorithms analyze the complex signals from the wound, classify its condition, and can even predict how well it will heal, sometimes with more accuracy than an experienced doctor. This isn't just a concept in a lab anymore. Researchers at top universities like Caltech and Stanford have successfully tested these devices on animals, showing faster healing with less scarring. And now, they're moving into human clinical trials. One study on patients with diabetic foot ulcers showed the device could spot problems 1 to 3 days before doctors could. Of course, there are still hurdles, like getting approval from regulatory bodies and making the technology affordable and scalable. But the path is clear. The future of wound care is intelligent, responsive, and personalized. The smart bandage is set to transform healing, a technology that holds the promise to save not just limbs, but lives, freeing millions from the painful cycle of chronic wounds. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for another look at the amazing science shaping our world.